Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Crimson Carta Helix style dab of the day. Today's Monday. This started the work week for many of us out there. Keep your pain under control. Okay, let's get right to it. Once again, today's topic is built out of real life. We have to deal with these things. And I just want to say at the onset that I'm really bad at taking my own advice. I'm really good at thinking of things to help people. I'm really bad listening to myself and doing what I say. But let's get started. This is the way you are. I mean, I can hardly speak. It hurts so bad. You're in chronic, horrible pain, and all of a sudden, something you really want to do comes up. Soon. Really, you want to do this. It comes up. So let's go through the whole concept of triage and want versus need, etc. What if it's something you want to do, but you might need to do also? And let's discuss why. And let's be specific. There's an event coming up. A party, a St. Patrick's Day party. Then going to the St. Patrick's Day parade, all together, a group, family and friends. And I'm really concerned about me. And I'll give you the scenario. It's about a 45-minute drive to where we need to go, to the house. And then in the house, very comfortable, no problem. But it's about a 2 to 3 mile walk to the square. And in the square, you have to bring your own chair. And they're not allowing cars into the area. So we don't even know if Uber's going to be available. Mrs. Stoner suggested that I join everybody for the brunch and miss the parade and kind of hang out and wait for everybody to come back and have the evening with them. I'm concerned with how the perception's going to be, what the perception's going to be of me if I don't do it. And I will confess that it's my son that's having this party. And he loves me very much, and I love him very much, but he looked at me in such a way when I started discussing, well, how long is it, how far is it, he looked at me like, oh my God. So what do I do? What do I do? I made my daughter's wedding, let's just remember that, okay? And that was a lot of standing, but I felt better then. I felt a lot better then. There were 6 months or 7 months for me to get myself adrenaline charged and ready to go. In this case, here's what I'd have to do if I didn't sit in the house and be different. Because I really don't want to be different. I am different, but I don't look different. That's the problem. People don't understand. People think it's the drugs. People think it's weed. They don't understand. There's no sign on me saying, hey, I'm in pain. Instead, there's common knowledge I get high. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that horrible? But it's the way it is. So what do we do in situations like this? We have to balance what we really want to do with what we can do. Now, could I do it? Let's use a different word. Could I do it? Probably my body wouldn't disintegrate. What is the aftermath of something like this? In other words, could I wear braces, take an extra pill during the day, make it 5 instead of 4, and basically take as much medication as I need to during that day to not even have my eyes open, more than the side of a dime. These are the things I'm thinking of because, truthfully, I want to start narrowing the gap between me and other people instead of broadening the gap between me and other people. And if I stay at the house and stay all day long while they're all out having fun, well, that's certainly going to be a different person. If I go home and don't even attend, that's going to be a different person. If I don't even go, that's going to be a different person. And by the way, the day of, it's a 7:30 in the morning event or 8:30 in the morning event, which is very hard for me stomach-wise, but it doesn't matter because people do things for themselves and for what's right and convenient to them, and you kind of have to go along with it if you want to be a participant. I shouldn't say that. You have to go along with it if you can be a participant. You want to. You really want to. So, how do you make that decision tree? What do you throw up on the side of go? What do you throw up on the side of don't go? On the side of go is that it's your family and your son and your new family that you're going to have with a daughter-in-law. The don't go is the pain. That's the only thing that says don't go is the pain, because everything else is pushing towards go. So I think right now, 2 weeks out, the way I look at this thing is it's a go. And unfortunately, the way I'm looking at it is it's a go all the way. I don't use a wheelchair. I don't have an electric cart yet. Would be perfect for something like this. But then again, I'd be super different, wouldn't I? So in my quest to fit in, which is really wrong, and that should be the circle of this discussion, the completion is you shouldn't do this just to try to fit in. I'm thinking wrong. Don't do things just to try to fit in. It's incorrect thinking. You need to unwrap that discussion with yourself and say, wait a second. Everybody who's significant there loves you and will love you no matter what. Don't do it for the wrong reason. You see, the right reason is if it was an incrementally more thing to do than you've already done, and it was just the next logical physical step for you, that'd be easy and simple. It's not. It's 1,000 steps in the future of where you are right now physically. So the fear, the concern, the apprehension comes, and it's legitimate because it's all happened before from lesser events. But just like my daughter's wedding, the significance of the event can draw you towards it in such a way that you may not be able to resist. Even given the pain, even given the aftermath, even given exactly what you know you're going to deal with. Because dealing with the other side of it is even less attractive in the true emotional sense, because right now you're thinking emotionally way ahead of it. But look, these situations come up frequently, and usually I say, let's plan for it, let's go, let's take it. This is a little bit different because there's so much walking for me and standing for me. I will say this, that it's a challenge that I've given myself, and I'm up to the challenge. So I'm going to put forth some idea and think about it. Remember, it's a couple weeks out. So it's not like it's happening tonight and I have to, oh my God, what am I going to do with it? Not like that. I can think about it. I can have some time to talk to Mrs. Stoner about it and make sure that I do the best possible things to make myself as comfortable as possible in a painful situation. That's the completion of the circle. That's the answer. If you want to do something that's important to you, that you feel you need to do, and you know it's going to hurt, and it's going to be uncomfortable, and you're going to push yourself beyond your limits, only you can determine the reasoning and the logic of do you do it. The mechanics of how you do it are equally important, because that's going to determine the degree of your pain. There's no way out of the pain on this one. This is a pain investment, let's call it. You're spending some pain, but it's valuable. It's valuable time with your family. It's valuable for you to be a part of others. It's valuable for you to be viewed as capable of doing something. So there's value. And that is, it's the scales of justice. That's what we have to weigh. The value of doing it versus the value of not doing. What would happen if you don't? Would you lose too much from not doing it emotionally, in your own mind? Only you can determine these things, but it's a very, very serious topic because it happens often. It's not just events around a parade. It's any social event that's compromising your lifestyle. And your lifestyle, let's call it what it is, Senior Stoner. You live a sedentary, right now, a sedentary lifestyle. So when you're asked to be up and about 4 or 5 hours in a row, nowhere to sit, it's challenging. But you know what? It's why they made us human beings. Human beings take the challenge. Let's hit this puppy. Good morning, everybody. Cheers. Very nice. An excellent stab of great punch. Indica to take a little bit of the chill in the air down. And to bring balance. Excuse me. Balance. Because when you think about the topic at hand, the pendulum swings very wide. It's an emotional thing. Very wide. I really want to do it. It's all the way up here. But the amount of pain it's going to cause is over here. A lot. So that's the mission. To figure out how to do that. And that's what we do. Thanks for joining me for this morning's dab. And remember, situations like this are going to happen to you all the time in life. You're going to be given an opportunity. You're going to be given something you really like. And it's going to be up on a high mountain. And it's going to be painful to get there. And you're going to have to decide, do I stay on the ground and not enjoy what's up on that mountain? Or do I take the danger and climb that mountain? The mountain of pain. Well, only you can make the decision. Good luck with it. They happen often. Cheers.